Right, so excellent. So we are all alert now. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Very warm welcome. The agenda for today's call is basically to prepare you all for the ANZ Edge event, which is upcoming next week. Now, what is it all about? Next about half an hour to 45 minutes, we're just going to give you a quick glimpse of the latest innovation from Avaya EP&T family, or let's say Avaya Alliance initiatives. Now, those who all do not know about Alliance initiative, it's the latest thing actually which has come out from Laurent, CTO's house. Now, what is Alliance is basically anything new, anything related to DevConnect partner, where we can help our partners, distributions, and customers to get more and more value-add solutions out there, which will help us to fuel growing our existing business. That is where the Alliance look after going to be. So Alliance is led by Tanya Lobo. If you all know her, you must have met her as well. She's based out of Dubai. So besides this retail package, she's also working with all the large SIs like Affinity, Variant, and so on and so forth. Now, specifically, what these retail packages are all about. Now, obviously, we all know today in IP Office, the mid-market world, we do have a gap in terms of the social media, artificial intelligence, and therefore our vertical story within mid-market space is not that great. To address this particular requirement and to make our solution more value-add, more feature-rich, and be able to personalize and customize, the retail packages were born. Now you will see on screen right now there are three packages which are coming out. The first one is social media with chatbot, fleet management, followed by mobile collaboration. Now what are those packages? We're going to talk about that. Now good news is that what you will see right now, the three blocks in front of you, those three packages you can position it either as a la carte or all in one itself. Now starting from the top left, the social media with chatbot. Obviously, our intention is basically to serve the retail segment, the retail vertical. Now, when we say retail vertical, it means it's not a mid-size or not an enterprise class of a customer, which is retail size is typically the sweet spot is about 30 to 50 users of requirement. Where if you notice, they do not have any formal contact center or artificial intelligence or chatbot kind of appetite today. And therefore, to make them open and also so that they can take advantage of this latest technology, these packages were born. Now, obviously, when you look at the pricing later on towards the slide, it is even more compelling. Basically, when you talk about social media package, is going to be somewhere roughly about $1,500. The fleet management is going to be somewhere about $2,000. Mobile, somewhere in the range of about $1,500 itself. So a very, very extremely affordable, which is easy to buy and is going to be easy to sell as well. Now, let's just start digging deeper into each of those packages, starting from the first top left, the social media. Now, I'm just flipping the slide, allow me to go through. Now, the best way to understand these packages is to put those packages into a use case scenario. I think it'll be more challenging to create more and more use cases than understanding these packages themselves, because these packages are extremely simple to adapt. Now, what is social media and chatbot all about? As the name suggests, definitely there has to be some element of social media. So in this package, we have been able to integrate the Facebook, Twitter, along with the chatbot on top of IP Office solution. Now, obviously, you do not really have to go for IP Office solution necessarily. For example, if you take jewelry retail segment, definitely they do not have any formal call center as such in place. However, they still want to promote their solution on social media. So they still want to excite their customers on social media. And therefore, the Facebook, Twitter, those social media channels are being part of the social media engine. How is that going to happen is, let's say the stage one, if you visualize or imagine that customers, let's say a jewelry customer whose customer is on a Facebook and would like to know more about the products related to the jewelry, they're going to log on to the Facebook Messenger, going to start chatting and inquiring more about the product first, and these inquiries are going to be answered by the chatbot, which is artificial intelligence. Now this chatbot is not from Avaya factory though, it's more from Google API.ai, and therefore it's more flexible, more open, and we can customize it to the needs of customers much faster. So the go-to-market is going to be extremely fast here. So once, let's say, the chatbot starts answering those queries for a customer, then at a later stage for detailed discussion, chatbot can hand off that call to an agent. Now this agent is going to be not an IPOCC agent, but IP Office WebRTC extension. Right? To make it extremely simple, the whole setup. Now the whole setup or social media package, it consists of key two elements. One is IP Office with UC, and second, the Google API.ai for chatbot integration. Right? So let's say, to dig more deeper into the scope, before we get into that, you will see there are a lot of verticals around on the right hand side of the screen: the fashion outlet, the FMCG, the beauty parlors, and gymnasium. Now all those verticals, the social media and chatbot package would be applicable. If you notice, they're all not mid-market size, but more of a retail, but with 30, 40, 50 users of requirements. So for example, FMCG company, small grocery store, would like to promote their stuff on social media. Obviously they'll be able to do that with the help of this social media and chatbot package. Moving forward, what are the content of the package? What is the scope of the package? That's right now in front of the screen. There are lots of text, but at a high level, right from the development, right from the website integration of a customer, right from a training chatbot, all those details are inclusive part of the chatbot and social media integration package on top of IP Office. Now obviously today our partners in ANZ are capable to install and support IP Office, so that will not be the scope within the part of these retail packages. Only the add-on stuff which is related to social media, customizing, training chatbot, those are the part of retail social media chatbot package. On the bottom right, you will see the package pricing as well. $1,400 is the partner buy price. It's a one-time price. Again, just to reinforce, it's a one-time $1,400 price. It's a distributor buy price. These packages are going to go to the market via distributor itself. So obviously, let's say even if distributor has 10% margin, approximately cost to a partner is going to be somewhere about $2,000, let's say, on a higher side. Installation cost for those packages is $1,000 a week, and $1,000 should be sufficient for one package to get installed. Now, as you notice that since it includes the installation package as well, there is no need for a partner to get trained on social media or chatbot, or any sort of programming knowledge is necessary, nor any certification necessary to get these packages to the market. How partners are going to source the packages? As I mentioned earlier, these packages are going to be bought through the distributors. Distributors, they're going to source these packages from our EPNT, APS. There'll be hardly about 4 to 5 line items associated to the packages, as well as the installation services. It's going to be that easy. Now, more details will be unveiled as and when we formalize the model, in terms of quoting, in terms of ordering, in terms of installation. Those things are in progress. You might be interested to know when exactly these packages are going out. So first to second, max, let's say second week of June, these packages is going to be generally available. They are under development right now. Who has developed these packages? These packages are developed by our EPNT, Emerging Product and Technology Group, with the help of a DevConnect partner called GS Lab, based out of India. Right? So that's our first package, which is social media with chatbot integration with IP Office. So at a high level, what is going to help our customers with is to promote their services, their solution on social media without having to go for any formal call center. That job is going to be done by automated agent, which is chatbot. Now, to give you a quick glimpse of how powerful this particular package is, the social media with chatbot, we have aligned a demo for you. Now, what does that demo look like? Is we're going to use two entities in this demo, and these entities are part of our demo customer called Cara Jewelers. Obviously, Cara Jewelers, this sounds like a jewelry industry. Cara Jewelers would like to obviously promote their jewelry on social media, and therefore they've chosen Facebook as their medium, social media. So Cara Jewelers customers are going to tap and start their interaction knowing about Kara Jewelers from Facebook page of Kara. Then if they have more queries and they get more excited, going to engage with the chatbot, which is automated agent via Facebook Messenger. Now, once let's say the Facebook Messenger chatbot is done by answering the routine and typical queries on an automated basis, so chatbot is going to hand over that call to an agent which is registered an IP office and being served via WebRTC over voice, video, and instant messaging. Right. So here is the first part of a customer journey, and the customer journey begins for Kara Jewelers from the Facebook Messenger. So let's have a look at how that experience is going to look like in a real scenario form. And to help me in this demo, I'd like to invite Sanju, who's in this room with us. So on the video screen, you will find one desktop screen, which will be representing as a customer on a social media, and how the journey from a social media via chatbot onto Kara website takes place, that you will be able to see on the desktop. And the second piece of the video, you will see the mobile in front of you. That mobile is going to be acting as an agent who's going to receive the call over voice, video, and instant messaging. All right, so are we ready, Sanju, for that?
Yes, okay. Thank you so much for that introduction and the story behind this demo. Hi team, a warm welcome for this demo. Let me share my screen so that I can just demonstrate the journey starting from Facebook. So I'm going to start my presentation. Yes, cool. So team, in front of you can see a Facebook page, a common Facebook page. I'm sure you all have a Facebook account, and you can use any of your accounts to log into the Facebook, and then you can search for Kara Jewelers actually. So it's available on the Facebook search itself. So once you search Kara Jewelers, you will land on their Facebook page. And then as a customer, so let me act as a customer of Kara Jewelers. I am on their Facebook page, and now I am going to start my interaction with them. So basically I'm trying to click on send message button on the right. So I'm enabling the messaging, and here I get an option to get started. So I'm starting my interaction with Kara chatbot, and now you can see a response back from the Kara bot, where a chatbot is answering these queries actually. So it's not a human agent, so it's a chatbot which is part of artificial intelligence, is answering my queries. So yes, I would like to see a few options of jewelry. So I send a response yes, and then now the chatbot has started pushing information to their customers to have a look at their latest articles available. So I can choose any of these articles, whichever is applicable for my interest. I'm selecting these rings. Again, the chatbot is asking few questions to filter it down further to know more details about my query. So I'm selecting this option men, because I'm looking for a ring for myself. And then now the chatbot has given me a particular option which is available for rings, and now I'm going to select this particular model which I want to know more details about actually. So I'm clicking on that. Now at this point the chatbot has given me a URL to know more details about this article. So when I click on this URL, let us see what is happening. So when we click on this URL as a customer, this navigates, or this takes me to the official website of Kara. So now I have landed upon the official website of Kara Jewelry, where I would get to see the entire chat history what we had seen on the Facebook chatbot actually. So on this chat window, you can scroll up and see the entire chat history which I had with the chatbot on Facebook page. Now here I got a message from the chatbot saying that to connect with a Kara expert, please type agent. So now I would like to interact with a real or live agent of Kara or sales agent of Kara. So I would like to trigger a live agent interaction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trigger the live agent interaction, and on the video part you are already seeing mobile phone with an application enabled, and this application is completely white labeled on Kara, so you nowhere you will find anything labeled as Avaya or any other particular mobility application of ours. This is completely white labeled and developed based on Kara's requirement, where what we have done is we have embedded our communication platform like audio call, video call, instant messaging features into this application using the WebRTC SDK of IP Office. So this app has got the features of searching the contacts. They can even scan the article and find out the inventory of the articles. So we will come to that on a later stage. So let me just go back to the social media chatbot demo, where I am going to trigger an agent interaction here. So on the chat window I am typing agent, and now if you notice on the mobile phone there is a notification to trigger an agent. So agent would be using this mobile app of Kara, where they will get to see the chat, the entire chat history of the caller or the customer. Oh, I was chatting, whatever I was chatting with the chatbot, that history will be available on the agent's mobile phone app actually. So the same app will have the entire chat history of Kara chatbot, and also I can have a live agent interaction here. So now this has become a live interaction with Kara sales agent basically. So this is now a live chat. Now I would like to hand off, or I would like to take off this chat to a live video call with the agent. So for enabling video call, on the website screen itself I can see a video button. On the window of chat there is a video button where I can just click on the video button, or even the sales agent can also trigger the video button from their app actually on the mobile device. So I'm going to enable the video call from the app itself. Now you can see that the video is enabled on the website between the agent and the customer. So the customer video is enabled on the mobile, and the agent video is getting enabled on the customer website. So this is how a customer journey of Kara starts from a Facebook page. The customer gets to interact with the chatbot, where they get to answer the queries of customer, and then from there it gets handed off to a live interaction or live chat between agent and customer on Kara website, and it ends with a live call between the sales agent and the Kara customer on Kara website. Yeah, so team, hope the use case is clear for you and the demo was clearly communicated to you all. Let me know if you have any queries or questions regarding the demo or use case.
Sure. Thank you, Sanju. In fact, team, as I mentioned earlier, these packages are open, customizable, and personalizable. So if you relate the same scenario in the context of, let's say, a fashion outlet, a small fashion outlet in a mall, now that fashion outlet probably may have about 5 to 6 stores across ANZ. With a staff of about 10 to 15 max, and they do not have any existing formal call center. In that particular small environment, having the social media with chatbot connector is going to be of immense help, because they will be able to project themselves at a much larger organization, very professional organization, on social media by opening this channel for their customers, potential customers, bring in the traffic into the chatbot, where chatbot will be able to serve them automatically without adding any additional load on this fashion outlet's staff. Now only the desired or required specific queries will come on to an operator of a fashion outlet. It need not have to be a formal contact center where they'll have about at least 5 to 6 agents, but it can be the same IP office extension who's going to receive the calls, and that extension, interestingly, you can keep that in store, off, or if required be remote. Now the user can be remote as well. So here the point to emphasize, team, is that the use cases are enormous. So you just have to create more and more use cases pertaining to Australia and New Zealand market, and get partners excited about this first package, which is social media with chatbot. So we'd like to take a pause here and see if there are any questions. Steve has a question. What other verticals to do see this being applicable? Now, in fact, if you relate that with the chart, the slide which I had presented. Now, let me just take back the control, if you may allow.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Sanju. Present, select application. Right. So Steve, if you focus here, some of those industries which I have identified, it may be applicable. Like for example, the beauty parlor or salons. Now, I'm sure definitely the high profile salons are very popular across any parts of the globe. Now, this can be a great mechanism for them to promote their services, their offerings, their distinction on the social media. Gyms, obviously, all those industry, if you notice, they do not have any formal contact center, and we do not want to go and compete against the likes of Vocalcoms and those, where we are actually differentiating in terms of price, in terms of experience, and a completely end-to-end journey which is open to customizations. We are not here selling a plain vanilla system. So Steve, here you can actually identify which vertical this particular experience is going to be applicable, and start creating more and more use cases of that. As I mentioned earlier, it's open to customization. Now, since the price is quite attractive, the scope is also definitive. It's defined scope. However, if customer is willing to pay for more customization, these packages can be scaled up as and when they require it. I hope I answered your question, Steve. If there are any other questions, please do bring it on. So let's try and switch the gears and move on to
Scott
our.
Here.
Hey, Scott, please go ahead.
Yeah, just one quick one.
I'm sorry, Scott, we're not able to hear you.
Marketing department with our customer base.
A lot of jitter on your side.
Is that any better?
We can't hear you. No. We don't know. If
I'll just
please go
type my
ahead.
question.
Okay, that'll be great.
I'll just type
Scott.
my question.
No, we can hear you now,
Thanks. Carry on. Sorry, guys, I'm just on the 3G.
No, you're gone. You're gone again.
Departments? I'll type it. It's all good.
Okay. Marketing departments. Okay. What is the context, Scott? You mean to say you want to promote that? We come across a lot of marketing teams who don't want to be agents. Oh yes, absolutely. Why not? Definitely, the idea, Scott, is basically to automate the whole process of serving customers for those small organizations. Basically, if those organizations, they know what kind of queries the customers they are raising up, they just feed that into chatbot, and chatbot will be more than happy to just serve those customers. So definitely it'll take off the load from those marketing agents as well. Absolutely. And therefore, like, there is no restriction, as Sanju mentioned in his presentation. The skin, the color theme, look and feel can be absolutely customizable. So there's no restrictions on that front as well. Okay, perfect. So moving on. Okay, Steve has another question. What do we need in Australia to be able to do this demo? See, in fact, you will not need anything, because the entire kit is being shipped with our marketing team. For that, you will have one laptop and 3 mobile devices. That's it. So the laptop is going to be used to demo the social media piece, which you've just seen, and then 3 mobile devices are going to be used to demonstrate the fleet management demo, which is our next lined up, and the mobile collaboration option, which is employee to employee interaction via mobile devices. So everything is fixed. What we're going to do is we're going to connect these laptop and mobile devices through to an IP box EBC room in Dubai, and that's it. You're set to go. Right. In fact, we wanted to also do the similar exercise with Khalid as well. I don't see Khalid is joining here, but at least Khalid will be more comfortable and confident when he is there in ANZ. All right, great. Any further questions before we move to the next? Thank you, Steve. Move to the next retail package? Great. Now the next retail package is called fleet management. Now obviously it sounds pretty easy to understand. Fleet management is something to do with cars and drivings and everything. So obviously yes, and this is I think the most interesting. Okay, there's a background noise. Okay. Yeah, okay, great. So the fleet management, for me, it's the most exciting piece of a retail package, and it's applicable to almost any and every industry or organization which has a moving fleet. Now, whether it is hospital, whether it's hotel, whether it's restaurants, any business. There's even for that matter, the fashion outlets where they have delivery stuff going on. Now, what is fleet management? Now, in this fleet management particular package, we are trying to deliver an Uber-like experience. I'm sure you all must have experienced Uber. You must have booked Uber through your mobile application. Exactly the similar experience where customer will be able to book a limo service through their mobile application. If not, they will also be able to schedule it in advance, and the fleet manager who is a part of the organization who's going to source these packages, the manager will be able to allocate the desired or right fleet or driver for that customer pickup. And once let's say the driver is en route to pick up this customer, entire journey is seen by all the three entities, which is customer, fleet manager, and driver themselves. Now obviously here the customer gets to know that how long the driver is away, and information about the driver's whereabouts is updated on that mobile app real time. So for example, how far is the driver? Once the driver picks up the customer, fleet manager gets to know the driver has been picked up, and once driver drops the customer off to desired location, then again the driver has to inform the fleet manager as well. Now, if you relate this whole experience with, let's say, industries such as hotel. Now hotels today, you have to call up a hotel to book a fleet service. Now that may not have to be done with this fleet managed package, because the guest is going to be able to book the fleet on time, if not well in advance, so that the fleet manager who's sitting probably at the back end of his staff of hotel can allocate the drivers at desired time and destination. The similar experience we can apply to a car retail organization as well. I'm sure definitely in Australia and New Zealand there are thousands of rent-a-car companies because of the tourism, and this particular package can be well promoted within that rent-a-car organization as well. Now ambulance is another industry where you might think of proposing this package. So imagine a scenario where the patient's relative will be able to book a fleet right from their mobile app itself and get the fleet service or ambulance service to their doorstep and drop them back. Right? So that's about the fleet management at a high level. Now the content, obviously it's a busy slide, you do not have to really go through all of that, but at a high level it includes a complete programming of application, licenses, software, customization, personalization, analytics, dashboard. Everything is included at a cost of $4,000 only, which is a one-time cost to a distributor. Right, and of course installation cost is $1,000 a week. Now if let's say a customer buys both the packages, the fleet management and social media, and both can be squeezed or delivered in 1 week itself, same the $1,000 applicable for both the packages. Yeah, and it's not going to be 1,000 plus 1,000 for 1 week of effort. So it's that flexible to source the packages. Right. Now before we move on, what I'd like to do is, again, I'd like to invite Sanju over to take us through the experience of this fleet management. In fleet management, now you can see in the small video there are three mobile devices. One is representing as an end customer, second is representing as a fleet manager, and third is the driver. Right. So let me just pause my presentation here so that Sanju can take over. Yeah. Let me just do that. Alright, so you will see now only the mobile devices on screen.
Yes, thank you so much, Sumit. So team, I hope you all can see the video. From left side, from left you can see the first mobile as a customer app of Kara. So it's again completely white labeled on Kara's name, and here this is a customer app where the customer can go and book a limo service. And the second mobile, which represents the supervisor or the admin guy, who will receive a request whenever a customer is requesting for a limo service. The supervisor should get a notification. And the third mobile represents the driver, where the driver will be carrying this mobile app on his mobile while on the route, and then he can update and acknowledge the request coming from supervisor, and even all the three can track their location on real time. So let me start the demo first from the customer, where I will book a limo service. And now if you see on the second mobile, which is the supervisor, is getting a request for this request from James, who is the customer. And now the supervisor will get to see the available drivers, where I am going to select the available driver Latif, who is available en route. And then if you see on the third mobile,
Job.
yeah, so once he assign a job to Latif, so on the third mobile, which is driver app, the driver is getting a notification to accept this job. So I, as a driver, accepted this job. Now the notification has gone back to the customer saying the name of the driver who has been assigned. And now the driver can start the journey by clicking on pick customer, so that he has started his journey to pick the customer. Now if you notice, all the three of them can track the entire location of the driver wherever he is currently available. And once he reaches at the customer location, he will acknowledge on the same app saying that I have picked up the customer. So I am just clicking on that, and then I'll start my journey to Kara by clicking on go to Kara, so that automatically this app will navigate the driver the route, the best route to reach Kara store. And the advantage is that even the supervisor will get to see the real-time status of this, and he can arrange the service for this particular customer as soon as the customer reaches the Kara store. So now the location tracking is being done with the help of Google Maps, so that the driver or the customer or the supervisor doesn't need to carry any other physical hardware or any GPS hardware. It's completely on the mobile device itself, so that he just need to enable his 3G or 4G connection and open the app. That's it, he will be good to go. Now the driver is clicking on end journey, so that he completed a full journey to pick the customer from the customer location and to take them to the Kara store. Yeah, so team, I hope the demo was clearly communicated. Let me know if you have any queries or questions on the same. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sanju. And if you just relate this whole experience with any other industry, for example, let's say education sector, and an education sector today, when as the kids are on the way to the school, parents do not know, okay, how far is the bus reach, or let's say when they are en route from school to home, how far they have reached. They have to call up either nanny or the driver themselves, which is again not allowed in many cases, many situations. Having this kind of application will help them to know exactly how far the bus is away and how long they will take further to arrive at the destination. Those kind of things. So again, this is applicable to any and every scenario which involves movement of a good from one place to another place. It's like rent-a-car company, food delivery, so on and so forth. Now, this experience is put together by considering Kara as a reference customer, but again, this is open, customizable to any and every type of customer. And by the way, just to add on couple more things to make it more meaningful, definitely there are analytics path components available in this as a part of development, where administrator or fleet manager will also get to know that how many trips are handled by driver 1, driver 2, driver 3. Plus driver can also choose which fleet or which car he or she is going to drive. So it becomes like a part of analytics. And obviously the scheduling is also part of this package itself. Now, does partner have to know anything about the fleet management, anything about programming? Answer is no to that. Why? Because the installation of these fleet management package is going to be done by Avaya, with the help of our service delivery partner itself. So partners just have to promote these packages, create more and more excitement within the customer community, get those orders through to Avaya, and Avaya will help them to deliver these packages remotely. Now installation is not on site, because again, when we do on site installation, it's going to cause a good amount of commercial implications. Instead, the installation will be done remotely with the help of service delivery partner. The on ground, the feet on street partner just have to facilitate the infrastructure to get the job smoothly done. Right. Now, okay, let me see if there are any questions in the chat area. Scott is asking, what platform options does the agent have? That is, can they do this through Chrome on a PC? Yes, absolutely. It's possible to do the similar interface from the PC as well. Now, this experience was on a mobile, but obviously if Fleet Manager wants to be on the PC to manage these drivers, yes, it is possible, doable. Right? Cool. Any other questions before we move to our third interesting package? Try and get the presentation on. Okay. All right. The third and the final one, which is mobile collaboration. Obviously, this is a pretty intuitive and very much relevant to our IP Office UC segment. Now, what is this mobile collaboration package all about? In one line, we are trying to embed UC, Unified Communication, which is VoIP, video, and IM, into customers' own business application itself. So, for example, if you since it's, let's say, hospitality, it's right on the first use case. In hospitality, if customers are getting option from a hotelier to know the room rates, to allow the booking of the rooms, why not on the same mobile app itself we give them the option of making VoIP calls, video call, or interacting with agents or operator via instant messaging, having the same single intuitive mobile application itself, rather than asking customer and customer's customer to use two mobile apps. So that kind of unified experience we are trying to offer via this mobile collaboration. So there's another use case from clinics. In clinics today, definitely the patients are able to look at the available doctors, book appointment, plus the medical prescription, the historical records. Why not on the same mobile app itself, the patient will get an ability to do a personal consultation with the help of VoIP call, video call, or instant messaging. That can be value add service from that clinic to the patients themselves. Right, so these are some of the use cases just to trigger your thoughts. And what are the content of the mobile collaboration? Obviously, using our WebRTC SDK of IP Office on release 10.1, we will be able to personalize and customize mobile app onto customer's own mobile app itself. Now today, this particular app is more friendly to Android because of the WebRTC, because since we are using WebRTC SDK, it's more open on Android devices than the iOS. We're also working upon testing the release 11 Equinox SDK as a part of this mobile collaboration package, but that's still its early stage to commit whether how far it's going to work and what is going to be the pros and cons. The cost of this package, as you can see on the right side, the $2,000. The partner price installation $1,000, obviously. Now, as I mentioned earlier, that this package can go as a standalone, or they can buy a la carte or all in one, 3 packages together. So know more about how this package particularly works in action is, let's go back to our same customer journey where you've seen in case of Akara. The first journey was how customer got excited with social media and got engaged with the agent via chatbot. The second journey was the same excited customer you got them through via a fleet service to the Kara outlet. Now, once the customer is into the Kara outlet or the venue, how that customer is going to be treated with the help of mobile collaboration application. This is the use case. This is the demo all about. So may I invite once again to you, Sanju?
Yes.
Hi.
Thank you so much, Sumit. So team, again, welcome back to the demo session. Hope you all can see the 2 mobile phones on the desk, where on the left side you can see Vishal, who is the admin or the sales supervisor of Kara, and on the right side you can see James, who is again a sales executive of Kara Jewelry. So let's again go back to the same customer journey. So the customer has reached Kara Jewelry. Now he is visiting one of their stores in the same building, and he wanted to see some article where he has selected from the chat board and that interaction what happened on the website. So now the customer is looking for a particular sales employee called James. So what a supervisor like Vishal is a supervisor who is attending this customer, and he wants to invite James, who is located in a different location, on a mobile call or on a video call to know his availability to come and attend this customer. So I as a supervisor Vishal can go to the contacts tab of this app. Again, this is completely customizable, and he can search for the employee name James, so that he can initiate a call with James. So if you can just click on the video button, you will notice there will be a notification gone to James, a mobile app as well, to initiate a video call between both the employees. So now James is receiving this call request from his supervisor, and automatically the video will get enabled on both of their phones. So I'll disconnect this call to avoid any echo. So this is how an employee can use the same application to interact between their between their customers as well as between the employees who has been located in multiple stores. And if you notice on this app, actually I will just want to take you through the features, other features. There is another feature which we have embedded into this app to know the physical location of any employee. So on any contact names, you will find a location symbol over there actually. So if I tap on this location symbol, I will get a planogram view of this Kara Jewelry, and I will get to know where this employee is physically located. And for this we have used Bluetooth beacon technology. So in different stores of Kara, we have kept Bluetooth beacon icons on each and every physical location, so that whenever the employee walks into that particular store, automatically the Bluetooth beacon will identify the exact location and will update this planogram accordingly. And for your demo purpose, we cannot demo it on live on stage because we don't have any Bluetooth technology over there, but at least the demo presenter can talk about this feature, which can be embedded into any customer scenario or customer use cases. So this is another feature which we have embedded based on the request of Kara. If you notice, again there is an option for scan article on the same app, where the employee will be able to scan any barcode of their product or article and get to know the inventory or the availability of that particular article. Also, there is a feature to get into the dashboard view, where they will get to see a high level statistics of how many customers have visited and what exactly the customer were looking for. So all this information will be available on this dashboard view of this particular app. So team, in a brief summary, this app is completely based on IP Office WebRTC SDK, and we have embedded our communication technology into a customer business app to enable them to interact or engage with their employees or customers from any location or on any device. Hope the demo was clear. Let me know if you have any other queries on this subject. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sanju. Just a note over there, you must have seen this Bluetooth beacon piece which Sanju has presented. Now that Bluetooth beacon piece was specific ask from Kara Jewelers. However, that may not be applicable to any other customer. Therefore, we've not kept this Bluetooth beacon package part of the offering itself. But in case if customers are interested, there'll be a little bit of commercial implication if Bluetooth beacon needs to be added in the offer. Just FYI for that. Right? There's a question over there. Can this be loaded onto a Vantage device? Good question, Steve. In fact, since when we did these packages, release 10.1, Vantage wasn't supported. Our next target is going to be just to taste. In fact, while we speak, the Equinox SDK is being tested. So once it's successfully tested, definitely there is no way to stop us from using on Vantage as well. That's our goal actually, but a very valid query. Right, so we will get to know at least next 2 weeks down the line whether these SDKs are working on release 11. As you all know, officially there is no support of Equinox SDK available yet, even though we are releasing release 11. The plan is somewhere towards end of the year to introduce the SDKs, but we're still taking informally, we are just trying to do the test with the SDKs which are developed mainly for Breeze and Aura platform. So we'll keep you all posted. Thank you. Thanks, Steve. All right, so let's move back to our presentation. Last couple slides to give you end-to-end perspective to wrap up. Now you might be wondering that, okay, what do we have running behind? Because you have seen the social media, you've seen the chatbot, you've seen fleet management, you've seen also the Bluetooth beacons. Now, of course, this has nothing to do with IP Office. So how this whole experience has been put together, this is the slide which you're going to get. So that's a reference architecture slide. If you start focusing right from the center of the slide, which has IP Office at the core, which is release 10.1, IPOCC. Now, to be open with you, IPOCC is not a part of this demo because we just wanted to make it complementary with UC and CC. The WebRTC agent, what you saw, is actually registered on IP Office itself. So it's a good news for a partner that they do not have to really go for a formal contact center. They can continue to use IP Office and allocate one of the extensions as agents to receive queries from or handoff from chatbot, right? And at the center, you will see a chatbot engine that's coming again from third-party Google API.ai sitting on cloud. And therefore, you can club these packages either for on-premise solution or for powered by solution. It complements both well. Right, Bluetooth beacons, you've heard about it. It's again third-party solution. Google Firebase is mainly used for analytics and mobile application purpose itself. Now, this centerpiece or center layer of infrastructure is allowing us to deliver and provide that omni-channel experience from voice, video, IM, geolocation standpoint via a unified application which is on mobile, desktops, and tablet devices, which is the bottom layer of the slide there. And so that's a reference architecture. Does partner have to get certified for these packages? Good news, the answer is no for that. Why? Because Avaya is going to take care of the installation part, and if required, support also is available at add-on charges. Right, so that's quick about the reference architecture. Let me move on. Now, a key takeaway slide, why partners should consider these packages. Obviously, the bullet points are there. Steve has a question, support via APS? Yes, support is going to be via APS. You're right, Steve. In fact, the support pricing is not included in the package price nor the installation price. However, I'd like to highlight, Steve, that the installation price does include 30 days support. So if, let's say, after installation customer or partner have any difficulty, they can raise it up as part of that free entitlement of 30 days support, right? And I think this takeaway slide probably will help and answer those points of why, why partners should consider. First and foremost is obviously now with these packages we do have a vertical based solution. All this while we were just pitching UCCC in the context of vertical, but now we really have a true story to narrate and deliver. Yeah. Second, it's personalized. So as I mentioned earlier, that the features are not restricted to what was presented. They can be customized, personalized in terms of color, scheme, size, and shape. Value selling, obviously, when we go with UC and CC, along with these retail packages, is going to create a great interest within the customer and partner community, because now the discussion is not going to be about IM, not Sky for Business, but discussion is going to be about how I can integrate my application into your business, and that is going to be far greater and compelling than just a pure UC and CC story, right? Create competitive advantage. Of course, here with these packages, we believe that the partner is going to be able to get bigger and bigger wallet share from that customer. Why? Because they're today probably selling UC and CC in that space, but now they'll be able to also do business integrations, more professional services, more development with the help of these packages, right? Obviously, it'll end up resulting bigger revenue per customer. Increase wallet share, of course, I mentioned earlier, key to foot in the door. Now, with these packages, if you really notice, we can get and tap into a competitive account like NEC, Panasonic, Mitel for that matter. They do not have anything similar to these packages what we are talking about. So it'll be a great way to, let's say, pitch in fleet manager solution into a Mitel account. And once we are in there, we can just also top up with the social media and mobile collaboration package by the thrashing Mitel out once we have a confidence from customer. Right, so these are some of the value proposition related to packages. In fact, we've also included a fact slide, a frequently asked questions slide, which is not presented here, but we will share it with you. It basically covers commonly asked questions from partner community, which will help you to prepare yourself for the event. And on that note, I'd just like to take a pause here and then see if there are any further questions associated with either the packages or a demo or a flow. To summarize again, you will have complete set coming on your way. You just have to follow the same flow, what we've just discussed. Now, you might do a presentation in one stretch from start to end, and then in second half, you can do the demonstration, depending upon how the setup is available in Australia and New Zealand, whether you have a presentation hall and in the same hall, you have pods for the demo. If you have an ability to project the demo live on stage, I would suggest you can follow the same context, like where we did a few slides on social media, you get into the demo of social media. Then you follow Fleet Manager, you show the demo of Fleet Manager, so on and so forth. So we'll just leave it to you and up to your comfort. You want to tackle.
So Sumit, the main presentation, we will have limited time. We will have only 15 minutes. And
only 15 minutes.
We will have the demo set up 15, I think. That's what I remember. But we will have a demo set up outside where we can spend more time demonstrating and talking about this demo. But this is very impressive. Very nice.
Thank you. So I think thanks, Khalid. Then it makes only sense then to just present these packages in 15 minutes and then invite them over outside for actual demo then to experience. That's more logical. Agreed. So Steve is saying, I think we will just discuss this on stage and demo outside. Oh yeah, you're right, Steve. That's what I meant actually. Agreed. Perfect. So if there are no questions, I think we're right on time. We've still got 3 minutes on our hand. Any questions, any points, any comments, feedback? Thanks, Steve. And I wish you really all the best. I'm sure you will rock during the event because in fact the feedback what we've received from other events about this demo, everyone was impressed and it's creating a good pull within the channel community. So I'm really excited to hearing from you post event, like how did it go? All right.
Thank you so much for doing this. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, team. Thank you, Khalid, for joining in. And I wish you all the best. Have a great evening. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Agree, Steve. We'll follow up on that.
Thanks, Sumit.
Thank you, Steve.